Their waking day experiences are not at all important, be it getting married or begetting children, buying things, properties, clothes, and all these things. In and through, they start questioning within themselves, what is the matrix on which all these things move? Why am I here? Who am I here? This comes out of anugraha. That is the fifth function of that. Not all are graced with this. How many people in this Chennai city attend satsangs? How many people are allowed to open the satsangs even through website and things? They just pass away, because so many distractions behind, in front, on the sides, above, below, filled throughout waking state. This is failing. The grace does not descend so easily. For that, one has to earnestly crave for it, the divine intervention. And before that, he should bring down the speed of his senses, sensual pleasures, sensual contacts, be it nice, neutral, good, in whatever category. First of all, why should I look? Why should I use my eyes? Why should I use my ears? This is contentment. There is an indication given all the time for this pure, those who are endowed with pure causes. And they get to be near and dear, near the place where the jnana is already going on or something like that. It is not by chance. They also had done something. The good causes have come into play. The pure causes have come into play. Otherwise, they won't. It is distilled. It is to such a high level. Otherwise, the wisdom doesn't dawn to one. For anything and everything, only the grace, and the veiling is also only by that. So the effects, the complete manifestation, the whole manifestation is nothing but effect only. Okay, ingrained in some causes hidden, and those causes also to get affected only through the presence of the chit and intelligence. So he is the sole cause of everything. That is what they say, the moola karanan, avanna moola karanam. கெட்டது நடக்கிறதுக்கும் அவன் தான் மூல காரணம், மறைப்பாக இருக்கிறதுக்கும் அவன் தான் மூல காரணம், ஞானமாக மாறத்துக்கும் அனுகிரகமாக மாறத்துக்கும் கர்மங்கள் விளக்கிறதுக்கும் எல்லாத்துக்கும் அவன் தான் மூல காரணம். In Tamil there is one verse, புழுவாய் பிறக்கினும் புண்ணியா உன்னடி என் மனத்தே மறவாதிருக்க வரம் தர வேண்டும் இவ்வையகத்தே. Even if I am born as a worm, let me get born in any form. I don't mind. There is what is contention is. Let me be born anywhere, in any place, in any form. Be it a worm, but you should always be in my remembrance. I should remember you. I should never, that my consciousness, be it in the form of a worm, when I take, I should be able to come back to you. I should always remember you. You should never go out of me psychologically. Basically, what is needed here for a human being, you should be versatile in being sensitive, with himself totally collected. Not to live with the senses and the mind, which are always extroverted. You are born in a particular family. You may be a businessman, you may be a professional, you may be an educationist, you may be anything in this society by virtue of by being placed in a particular environment or family. Everything is prevailing there because of settlement of accounts, right? Doesn't mean we are going to be ruthless, not having affection over them, not to be hold them in our understanding things. We are not going to disrespect them or ignore them. But basically things are happening psychologically, and psychological things are here in millennia, in time, and time doesn't end at all psychologically, because it is a notion that arises with a cause and exists with a cause, exists in effects also. So it is inbuilt, always moving along in time. Time is the main thing. Who actually lives is the crucial question. To come to this question, already the ground has to be cleaned up. Psychological ground. It should be neat and clean. It should be of great humility. He should respect first himself first. That psychological domain. It is not simply the act of chanting some slokas or something. The being should be revered, taken very highly, sublimely. It is not his bathing, changing clothes, keeping physical body clean. Not that alone is not the criteria. Basically, in his psychology, you should be very sensitive, very near. You should be full of conscience and with alert, passive alertness, consciousness, always watchful. Don't we see in animals? We can learn so many things from animals, pet animals. When a kitten or the cat tries to catch some insect or rat, it patiently waits at a distance, unmindful of the disturbances that are going on, happening in and around its body. Its attention is never lost. Body is only expressing the attention, the deeply focused attention is expressed in its gesture, gait, the way by which it looks through the hole at a distance. It is expecting positively that a rat will turn out. It will come out. People will be walking in between all this, but nothing will disturb its attention. The same way, you have come to know there is something unimaginably big, very vast, timeless, original. Truth itself is operating here. That is the matrix. The body arises along with the psychological centers, different centers, not one center. Because each personality with each experience sits as a dominant center of that experience that comes and plays often in cycles. For your subordinate staff or your own company, if you enter, your appointed peon will automatically salute you. If you are going to some other company, you are only a visitor or a customer to that company. That company's peon will not salute you at all, because people live only by acquaintances or clear-cut relationships. New person will not salute you at all. If your dog will immediately come and run over you loyally, affectionately, the moment your car enters your compound. If you go to somebody's house, that dog will shout at you. Everything is conditioned here. That conditioning happens the moment a psychological center is created. I don't mean physical center. First is the psychological center. Psychology is the root cause. Psychological centers are the root causes for the physical existence to be. But at the matrix, intelligence is for everything. Even for ignorance, that is the cause. For jnana also, it is the cause. For realization also, it is the cause. So basically, we should have this, that there exists one. That isness, what they say, asti. What they say for an atheist in Tamil, nastika. Na asti. Astika means one who is trust in God. Who believes, who trusts there exists God. He doesn't know what that word means, but he believes, he trusts that there exists some supreme power. Maybe I don't know, but it exists. This is what is his name. He is called Astika. This person is a Nastika. Nastika. That is what is Nastika. It is a pure Sanskrit derivative. That word. Nasti doesn't exist. Does not exist. Even to say does not exist, he must exist psychologically, no? It is an imprint, no? It is already a conditioned thought by him, no? Isn't it? Even to say it doesn't exist, there must be some knowledge, some base. That base alone says this, no? Psychological base, some conclusions, some understanding or misunderstanding, be it anything. They trust only the universe is, the manifested is, only expressions are. Maybe psychologically, the psychological movements, they take them to be something mysterious like software programs. Take them to be true. They will have to trust only that. They have to trust thoughts. Here, thoughts themselves are effects. If thoughts are true, no one can fall asleep. If thoughts are truth, we need not have physical bodies at all. Thoughts will can straight away take food. For thoughts, what is needed? Invisible energies, intangible energies. Why food at all? That is how the devas are, the angels are. All other godly levels, they exist in the light forms. Light forms are thoughts. What is a thought in your mind? What is a thought? It is a flash, no? A flash beaming across the mental space, no? With some name, with some visual, some experience as a center. How can it pass through like that? If at all there exists this matrix called the consciousness itself. You are snatching a passing signal. You think it has happened to you, and you identify with it, and you say that I am thinking. What my thought is, or what I think is, like that we start talking. If thinking is truth, if thinking is the truth, then we should not fall asleep, we should not die. We don't need physical existence at all, physical support at all. We don't need bodies at all. What are our desires? What are our projections? What are our security-oriented projects in future? How do we devise? Because we inherently the thoughts are caught in the body. I think only I am this. Only after a passage of time I become that businessman. I achieve certain amount of profit, then I come to that category. A high income group. Because thought confined itself, caught in this prison of body, and always for anything and everything it identifies and executes through the body. That is why it is a permanent conflict. Eternal conflict, leading to several births, rebirths in millennia. In millennia, it never stops. An ununderstood thought, unrealized thought, it is an energy. It goes to the subtle plane, that's all. The physical body falls. That is called death on some fine day. Until the last moment also, feverishly this is working. These thought patterns are working. In its very own eyes, the body departs. The body gives way. So, this complete domain is something beyond forms and names, where you have to be available with your psychological structure. What is that word, being available with your thoughts or moods or patterns or the way in which you try to modify them or execute them, attain something, reject something, become something? All these things are all the maneuvers constantly going on throughout our waking state. First of all, we should be there and see the traffic and disidentify by seeing it, because here the processes are all very easy. Throughout India, one newspaper, they supply about 15 crore newspapers in the morning, assume. The editing room is only one, no? The way where the centrally located editing room, where computerized and the data processing the data operator feeds all the news with the editor checking it properly, and wherever the visuals are to be placed, wherever the photographs are to be placed, everything is created. And if one adjustment made here, it is immediately flashed all over all the computer centers all over India. And right from night 12 o'clock onwards, it is going on producing the final product, no? That day's news accordingly. So where the corrections happen? At the control room. Not all the 15 crore papers are manually corrected. That is why you are absolutely free and you can take charge listening to these facts of this existence, this psychology, how it operates, why thoughts are here. Be with it. Substance alone can help. What else can help you? Tell me. You tell me an agency or a setup or some ashram or some methods doing pranayama, yogasana to set your mood, understand your mood, understand your passing thought, extricate the center from registering. No more registrations. How to live like that? How to live like that? This is what we are. How can anyone do something for you from outside? The flowering has to happen within. For that, one has to attempt everything on his own. Only the guidance to the utmost can be gotten from outside. Guidance, that's all. He cannot physically or psychologically also convert anything. But truth has the power. Because these are all facts. It is not something thought about and spoken, tailored. We are looking at how this works. But because there is a domain beyond the psychological domain where everything, the psychology comes into play, the psychology of the seed, the psychology of a star, the psychology of a human being, the psychology of an animal, the whole manifestation is seen in a human being's mind, not elsewhere in this universe. All spiritual, physically spiritual pilgrim centers are only the starting points for this. You can go umpteen number of times, you can go to those places, prostrate, circumambulate, day in, day out for billions of births and rebirths. But finally, you will have to come and stay within yourself. The starting point is within. You are the starting point, and you are the end point also. Because the falls fall off. Falls is not out in the out. Nothing to complain about the world. By the word world, I mean your relations, your family, your business. You need not touch all these things at all. Whatever, let it continue to go. Let them pass as you have been. But the beginning is set within one's own self. This moment, with all five senses within me, the moment you get up from deep sleep, you are not even questioning. You come to that alive point of existence that is originating from you only, and it is manifesting as the very big cosmos here. That is the basic fact. Egos create creation. Ego is the creator. There is no other creator. Your egos create constantly the world and make you go mad. You are creating that web, and you are caught in that web. Your mind creates it. Mind or ego, both are same. You are not going to do anything here at all. You are going to be aware. Look, be within constantly, sensitively. Let thoughts, whatever as causes and effects, let them get expressed through you. You be there. Even while being there, be there within. There is a concordant hidden within is there. Immediate within is there for anything. Any out there is within also. One look can be outside, the immediate next look can be inside, within. Because there is a being waiting for you. There is intelligence waiting for you, for your return. Even what is death? Death. The eyes closes. All the senses withdraw. The breath departs. Everything comes to a stop. What is that stop? Is it not withdrawal? Is it not physical withdrawal? What is physical stop? All movements are put to rest, right? Even what is parking a vehicle? I use the car. I am stopping the car. I used it. I am parking it. I am getting out of it. What does it mean? All the mechanical movements, the electrical movements, everything comes to a halt. I get out and go. It is also put under rest. I am also put under rest. Same thing happens physically in death. But the ununderstood self-centered entity, that is what is the complete complex web of personalities, ununderstood, father, mother, grandfather, man of wealth, poor, all sorts of psychological, physical differences that have gone into being that have become you with a central momentum. Central momentum. How in a car all the parts work towards that car's motion. Within the car, the centralized AC, the music system, other controls, other comforts, physical comforts, the seating arrangements, and externally the placement of engine, the trunk space. Each and everything is programmed in such a way they go in unison. These are all the physical things. But mechanically, it is a clear-cut physical car in motion, made use of. There is no live thing in it. All inanimate basic elements converted as something and made as that car and put into motion using all the 5 elements, right? Here, mind is also at the subtlest subatomic, not even subatomic level, forces level, energy level. It is clear-cut a domain of energy and forces, mind. Egos are all clear-cut, carved out, sculpted centers. They don't go away so easily. That is why the covering has to be removed. Covering covering is removed through satsanga. If people are having good causes, pure causes, they are made to listen to, they are available to. You won't be made available, first of all. Some other causes will intrude and make you go away. Vara. And accordingly, you will also not feel the importance of it. Everything will work in one hand. You will also not feel the importance of it at all. Unless the existence outside powerfully gives you a blow. Then an urgency will be. See, for those who stray away through physical body, identifying themselves as the body, physically the blows will happen. So for those intellectually they behave, intellectually they will be shaken. Because there is no security at all. These are all causes and effects in operation. In the presence of that supreme light, somewhere the indication of that of the existence of that supreme light happens in some birth. The very knowledge of it, the very idea of it, the very understanding or the indication that it exists, something exists here. These things are not real. This will not allow him to be mechanical at all. One cannot be mechanical. One cannot take oneself to be something very casually, throw away himself through senses or thinking. It will not happen. It cannot happen. The urgency will set in himself. The immediacy. Because the Lord is there. It's not ordinary Lord. The whole universe comes and goes through an individual. When you fall asleep, when your mind vanishes, with the mind the whole universe vanishes. Your values vanish. So who is the creator here? The causes, the hidden causes become the creator. How do they come into action? They come through you, through your waking state, as a centrally powerful, self-interested, caught, illusory center. That is what is ego. But it is not one ego. It is a cluster of millions and billions of egos. Because we have varied interests here, not one interest. While attending one job, so many other intruding egos come in operation. You get distracted. So it is like this. That is what they say. They coming to this attending or getting realized or setting ourselves into that path are all the highest grace, because you are caught, you are an insect caught in an ocean. Insect, not even a human being. You are an insect caught in the Pacific Ocean. That is the biggest ocean, I think. Largest ocean. Pacific Ocean. An insect. That is the nature of our existence. Because it is timelessness is nature. Abundance. Anything, whatever, through any sense you want, you become that. Your causes will provide that. Your causes will become effect by providing that. If you want to be a flower, if you like a flower, you will become a flower. That's all. So this is what is actually the grace. Grace alone opens this. For this, one has to be with great humility. Approach oneself first. Be with oneself. A feverish life or an approach towards an experience creates powerful center there. That center alone is to be probed. In any moment of your waking state, the central issue is always, who is the doer of this? Who is the thinker of this? Who wants to reject this? Who approves it? Who accepts this? Who is a hidden form, illusory form that is getting created in every moment. The incidences are not important. If you look to this, then those centers won't be created. That is the trick. It is not, you are not looking not to create them. You are looking at them, centers are not created. That is a knack. Centers are not created. See, some effect is taking shape as some cause is taking shape as an effect. The cause we are not aware. Already we are on it. Because all are physical movements by a centralized doer, right? Be aware of all the movement outside as well as inside. Don't get connected or identify with them at all. Be there. Be there non-doingly. Not doing anything. Be there. If you have to go someplace, you have to procure something, go like an open space. Walk like an open space with no exclusive sensory organs for you. A separate location as that name and that form is walking and doing a particular deed. To such a finest point, all these things are to be done. This is what is sensitivity. When that act is done, you are going to the shop without a center, psychological center, without a motive. You are only there to have it done, that's all. You are walking, no center is working, no assumptions, the senses are not in operation. It doesn't mean you lose sight of traffic, you get hurt. That is not I mean. What I mean is you are passively alert, that's all. For what purpose you are alert? You are alert for the senses not to stray away, not to go out of you. Even if the eyes are getting distracted, be aware and bring it back. Don't judge, don't pass comment. Center will be created. Like that, if you say, don't do anything at all. And if you are able to go the whole 5 minutes without any senses in operation with a motive, don't immediately pat yourself. Nice job. Nothing, because everything is psychological center is the essential thing. For that to be always kept open, these are the practices. The whole waking state should be the space acting in space. Beautifully things will happen for you, because the chit's domain, the intelligence domain is only responding to this openness, not even to the sun. He will rush doing everything to you. This is the moment for the pure intelligence or the Satchit to celebrate actually. It will come rushing. It will come rushing to you. Because this is how it is. Because it is centerless. It is abode-less. It has no cause. It has no purpose. It has no beginning. It has no end. It is formless, nameless. Now what are you in your particular action? You don't assume that role to be you as a responsible father going and buying ration. No, nothing of this sort at all. Don't assume anything at all. Not even a name, not even what kind of species you belong to. Whatever you have been pursuing, let those activities continue. But how? For any of the roles, there is no center at all in operation. This is actually anugraha. This is a process of anugraha. Actually, I am revealing, I am talking. This is how it happens. The fusion happens. Don't condemn if you are lost, if you are distracted for quite a lot of time. By and by, bring under the domain whole of your waking state. Passively alert, not an exerted alertness. You don't exert effort. You don't exert yourself. You are not effortfully to be alert. Just passively alert, be alert. If a boy of 2.5 years or 3 years, if you are actually helping him to bathe, he is put in the tub, he simply stands, giving up his whole body. You bathe him, you clean him, with towel, you hold him in your hands. Everything is in the freely he has given up to you. You dress him, you feed him, you are doing everything, Almost this is what is that state. The staunch identification that has happened by ego through millennia will not accept this so easily. At every turn of a moment, it will poke its nose and powerfully say, if you don't take responsibility, that's all. You are finished. You are dead. Who will take care of your son? Who will take care of your wife? All these comments it will be questioning you within. All these things are to be aware of simply. Whose wife? Who is me first to be related to a person called wife?